Emma Thompson, beloved British actress and national treasure, lit up the Graham Norton Show with her signature wit when she casually joked, "I'd rather have tea with Camilla than Meghan." The audience erupted in laughter, but behind the humor, many sensed a deeper cultural pulse. It was more than just a cheeky comment, it was a sentiment echoing a growing shift in public perception. Even those in elite circles are increasingly skeptical of Meghan Markle. What made Thompson's offhand remark so impactful wasn't just the delivery, it was the choice of comparison. Camilla, Queen Consort and once the subject of intense public backlash, has over time found her place within the royal framework with a quiet dignity. Meghan Markle, in contrast, seems to have taken the opposite route, diving headfirst into media chaos, controversy, and a brand built around royal grievance. For many Britons, and increasingly for global audiences, the contrast between the two women speaks volumes. Camilla, once vilified as the other woman in the Charles-Diana saga, kept her head down for decades and slowly won back public trust through humility and discretion. Meghan, on the other hand, arrived in the royal family with Hollywood flair, lofty rhetoric, and what some call a relentless appetite for attention. When Emma Thompson made her now viral joke, she wasn't just poking fun at Meghan, she was giving voice to a broader cultural fatigue. In the years since Prince Harry and Meghan stepped down from royal duties, the world has watched a drama unfold that makes the crown look tame. There was the explosive Oprah interview, the Netflix docuseries, Harry's tell-all memoir Spare, and countless interviews where the Sussexes portrayed themselves as mistreated, misunderstood victims of an ancient institution and a cruel press. But as time goes on, sympathy has started to wear thin. While Meghan insists she wants privacy, her actions consistently contradict that claim. From paparazzi-friendly walks in Montecito to carefully staged public appearances, there is an air of performance that many find exhausting. Critics argue she's not trying to escape the spotlight, she's trying to control it. That's the heart of the criticism Emma Thompson's joke inadvertently underscored. There's a difference between being a public figure and being a professional victim. Meghan has become the face of royal rebellion, but instead of using that position to champion real change with quiet resolve, she's become entangled in a cycle of accusation, media deals, and carefully curated suffering. Her defenders argue she's exposing uncomfortable truths about monarchy, race, and tradition. Her critics say she's doing it for profit, prestige, and power. The truth may lie somewhere in between, but the damage to her credibility is undeniable. Meghan supporters often point to the vitriol she's faced from the British press, and indeed, some of it has been cruel and undeserved. But she's also made it easy for critics to take aim. When she claimed, for instance, that she and Harry were secretly married 3 days before their public wedding, even the Archbishop of Canterbury stepped in to correct the record. When she said she knew nothing about royal life, old blog posts and interviews suggested otherwise. These inconsistencies pile up, making it harder for the public to distinguish fact from fabrication. Then there's the way Meghan has dealt with family, both Harry's and her own. She's estranged from most of her relatives and has played a major role in alienating Harry from his. What was once a close bond between Harry and Prince William is now little more than a formality, if that. Many in the UK lay the blame squarely at Meghan's feet, accusing her of isolating Harry and capitalizing on the royal family's silence to control the narrative. Emma Thompson, known for her progressive values and fierce independence, would normally be expected to align with someone like Meghan, an American woman of color challenging outdated institutions. But that's what makes her joke even more telling. When someone like Thompson finds more appeal in Camilla, it says something profound about the way Meghan's story has played out in the public eye. What Meghan may not have anticipated is that storytelling has consequences. Yes, she's crafted a powerful tale of overcoming adversity, but the repeated retellings, each slightly more dramatic than the last, have left many questioning the authenticity of her voice. At a certain point, even the most compelling narrative begins to feel rehearsed. Meanwhile, Camilla's quiet endurance and refusal to engage in public feuds have slowly rehabilitated her image. While she once faced boos and boycotts, she now stands beside King Charles with measured confidence, her past controversies largely forgiven. Ironically, the woman once seen as the villain in a royal love triangle has become a symbol of resilience and loyalty. Meghan, once hailed as a breath of fresh air, is increasingly viewed as a storm. Emma Thompson may have meant her comment as a light-hearted jab, but its resonance reveals something deeper. It captures a widespread feeling that Meghan Markle, for all her talk of healing and empowerment, has become a polarizing figure more concerned with controlling headlines than quietly making a difference. In a world where authenticity matters more than ever, Meghan's critics argue she's lost her grip on what it truly means to be real. So, when Thompson said she'd rather have tea with Camilla, she wasn't just expressing personal preference, she was making a cultural statement. Camilla represents survival through silence. Meghan represents survival through storytelling. And as the world watches both women navigate the spotlight, the contrast couldn't be more stark.